Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy off day to me. Praise the Lord. I'm off. Okay, so we're going to start out with a weird little controversy that's been going on, okay? Some of y'all who watch the same channels I watch will know of the controversy as soon as I say it. Okay, it's back to the dude wipes, okay? Dude wipes. Flushable. Now, I don't flush them because I have a septic tank and I'm afraid, okay? Plant-based material. The person I watch says they can be flushed because it says flushable. Well, I decided to take one and put it in a glass of water because I just want to see for myself, right? I put this in the glass of water yesterday about 3 o'clock. I'm going to leave it in this water. I just want to see how long it takes to dissolve, because inquiring minds need to know. Am I right? I mean, if you're going to claim that they're plant-based and they're flushable, then we need to know if water is actually going to break them down, okay? I don't flush them because, like I said, I've got a septic tank, so I'm terrified of my septic tank, but we won't talk about that because that's disgusting. I learned something else yesterday. My dogs that Rhonda got me with the wine bottles, I finally took the paper off of them, and they have little fairy lights that go in the bottle so they will light up, and it's got a little battery in it. So I've got them, it said to leave them under a light for like 24 hours. So yeah, isn't that cute? Over there in the floor. So yeah, now I got to find a place to put them. But right now we're going to take Penelope for a walk, so I'll be back. Okay, come on. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Get out from under the table. We're using a different one today just to show that it's not that. See, okay, good girl, good girl. The last few days when she has walked away from me, I have walked out the door. It's any harness. It's not just the daisy harness that she does this with. It's any harness. And I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all. Anyway, hello, good morning, hold on. I did read that there is a lawsuit going on against Dude Wipes for their claim of being flushable. I don't know, but whatever, we'll move on from that. Let's see, there was something else I was going to tell y'all, and now I can't remember what it was. One thing I thought about, oh, my mother. So, as all y'all know, probably by now, my dad was a cop, unless you're very new. I'm the daughter of a cop. And my mother, being the silly woman that she was driving down Highway 41, and my dad was working traffic. It's when they were building this bridge over Highway 41. And his job was to stop traffic on both sides because a dump truck would come flying down this side, go across 41, and then come back up the other side. Well, I don't know where my mother was going, but she had my nephew with her. He was very little, maybe a couple of years old, and he was sitting in the back seat in his car seat, and she sees my dad standing in the road with his hand out, right? Well, oh no, we're trapped. We're trapped. Ah, okay, come on, come on, come on. We don't have to run away. Run away! That's from Monty Python. Run away! Anyway, my silly mother, instead of slowing down and coming to a stop because he had his hand out, she's going, wave to Grandpa! Wave to Grandpa! My dad is like really throwing the hand out there telling her to stop. And she's still just oblivious. Hey, wave to Grandpa. And my dad stepped right in front of her and he yelled, stop! And she hit her brakes, and about that time the dump truck flew across the road. She said, wow. He said, when I'm standing out here in traffic, he went all cop on her. When I'm standing out here in traffic and I have my hand up telling you to stop, you stop. You don't just sit there and wave back to me just because I'm your husband. Oh, he went off. Oopsie. Another story of my mother. Some of y'all like my mama stories. We were driving. This is when my sister lived in Alpharetta and my nephew was a baby. We were going to see the baby. So we're driving down this road, and honest to God, it's like a road that you might see in the middle of Kansas. It's a four-way stop, and you could see a good half a mile that way and a half a mile that way, and you know what I'm saying? But going that way was a little bit of a rise, just a little, but you could still see if something was coming. Well, my mom, she looks from left to right, and she looks up there. She said, I am not stopping for this stop sign because there's nobody around. And she blew through that stop sign. About that time, a police officer pulled out from behind that ridge. And he pulled her over, and he gave her a ticket. He said, did you not see the stop sign? And my mother, being the honest person she was, she said, yeah, I did. And I told her, I ain't gonna stop for it because I don't see anybody around. He said, you didn't see me either, did you? Oopsie. Then another time that we got pulled over. We got pulled over a lot with my mother. We being me and her. This time we were going down the interstate and we were doing the speed limit. We were following all the rules of the road. And then we saw a police officer, a state trooper, working traffic. Well, back in the day, I'm sure people still do it. I don't, because after what happened. But when you saw a police officer, you would flash your lights, and that would tell that the people coming, there is a police officer, a trooper, whatever, up ahead. You need to slow down, right? So my mother innocently flashes her lights, telling oncoming traffic, you need to slow down. I think I have a gnat on my glasses. Okay, flash the lights. I don't know how many times she flashed the lights, but she did it a few times. Just, hey, slow down, you might want to slow down. Well, we got pulled over. Not by one police car. Not by two police cars, not by three police cars. There were 4 police cars that pretty much surrounded us. And the officer that came to the door, he lit into us and he said, I know that you think what you're doing is innocent, just telling people to slow down. But do you know how many wanted felons we catch on this road who have warrants out for rape, murder, child abuse, child molestation? Gnats? And Mama said, well, no, I never did think about that. And he said, don't flash your lights. And Mama said, I will never flash my lights again. And I want y'all to know, she got on to my daddy when we got home. She was like, you never told me that I shouldn't be flashing my lights at cars. She said, I thought I was just doing him a favor. My dad didn't really say anything back to her because he knew better. Boy, when she got mad, that was it. You just learned to be like, okay, yes, ma'am. yeah, okay. Whew. But that's our traffic stories. Or most of them, some of them, but a couple of them. That's all for part 1. I'll be back later. Toodles. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, we're gonna do a second check on the dude wipe situation, okay? It has been 24 hours since I put the dude wipe in this glass of water. Now, I will say it is starting to finally break down. Yes, it has. Always sassing. Yeah, it's starting to break down after 24 hours. I will say that perhaps they might eventually break down. I'm going to leave it in the glass of water and just see what continues to happen with it, because I am vested at this point. I need to know. But it is breaking down. So we'll leave it in there and see what happens, okay? That's just clean tank, water, not tank, not tank, Tracy. That's just clean water out of my water faucet here. Like I said 1,000 times already, I don't flush. I never plan to flush. I would just like to clarify that I never flush wipes. I do flush the toilet, okay? But I wanted to do the experiment because it says flushable. And I just want to know. Not because I'm going to start flushing. Because, like there again, I have a septic tank. And what I do not want to happen is for my septic tank to back up into my home. Because Mama ain't got time for that. Am I right? Do not do that. Okay, moving on though, but we're staying on the toilet conversation. I know that you love to talk about the toilets. You know what word I don't like? Speaking of toilets, I don't like the word commode. I don't know why the word commode disturbs me. I'd rather call it a toilet. I worked with a lady named Regina who called it a towlet. And she said towlet one day, and I said, what are you saying? Now, that's a lot for me to ask someone what they're saying, especially someone from the South. And she said, towlet. And I said, what's a towlet? She said, like where you go to the bathroom. I said, a toilet. She said, that's what I said, a toilet. Now, like I said, the way I say the word boil, I normally say boil. I'm one to talk, okay? But I really didn't know what she was trying to say with toilet. T-A-W-L-E-T, toilet. But speaking of toilets, when I lived over at the townhouse, one of the ladies, she hadn't been living there long. She was single, like myself. And she had an issue with her plumbing, okay? So the plumber comes, and I guess he snakes or whatever plumbers do, and you would not believe what they found in her toilet. Condoms. Tons of them. Tons of condoms in her toilet. She was so embarrassed. She was like, they are not mine. I just moved here. I was like, you're probably making it worse by defending yourself. But yeah.
There was just tons and tons of condoms, tons and tons of condoms.
Tons and tons of condoms in the pipes from her toilet. Yes. That is kind of embarrassing if they're not yours. But they get hung up on stuff. Those don't go in the toilet either, okay? They go in the trash. Yeah. Yeah, yes, they do. Don't you ever be flushing condoms down my toilet, little girl. I thought her birthday was April 16th. Don't start biting me. But I found her book. My mom gave me a little book when I got her, and I wrote down her birthday, and her birthday is actually April 22nd. So all this time I thought it was April 16th. But anyway, her birthday is April 22nd, and she will be 18 years old. And she's probably the grumpiest 18-year-old cat ever, but we still love her. Well, I do. I don't think Penny can say the same, because Penny's not crazy about her. But Moving on from the toilet conversation, I was just talking to someone who said that a friend of hers saw something on a menu, EVOO, and she said she didn't know what EVOO was. And that reminded me of a story. And in case you don't know, EVOO is extra virgin olive oil. But Reba and her friend Linda, oh, well, she's my friend too, but they worked together in accounting and they went to dinner. And yes, they did. Stop sassing me. Oh, they went to dinner. Oh, sorry. They went to dinner and Linda said, well, I guess I'll just have the French dip with the all just. And Reba said, what'd you say? And she said, all just? I'm going to have the French dip with the all just? And she said, it's not pronounced all just. It's French. It's au jus. Au jus. And she was like, well, it's spelled all just like EVOO is spelled EVOO. Or pronounced EVOO, I suppose you would say, instead of spelled. It's spelled EVOO, Tracy. It's pronounced EVOO. Actually, no, it's an acronym, which I hate. Y'all know I hate acronyms. IyKyK. If you know, you know. You know, I get some acronyms, like the BRB for Be Right Back, when you're chatting online with somebody or something and you have to step away, BRB, because that is a lot quicker. But good Lord, some people just, they reduce everything. Everything. They reduce, I mean, simple words like YOU to you. Okay to K. I'm like, you can't put that one little extra letter in there, OK. You just got to put K. If I just type K, that probably means I'm mad. I'm too mad to type OK. I'm just going to type K. K. K? Anyway, I just got back from the grocery store. I was out of a lot of things. So I made the mistake of picking up, the brand is Oots, U-T-Z, Oots, fried dill pickle potato chips. I shouldn't have done that because they're real good. I mean, y'all might not all agree, but by the way, I was searching online the other day. I told Lisa, I said I would like to go to Truett's, which is Truett Kathy's first restaurant, the first Chick-fil-A, and it's in McDonough, Georgia, which is down below Atlanta. I said, I'd like to go there. Well, I looked it up to see where it was because I couldn't remember what city it was in. And what came up was a place called Truett's Luau. A Hawaiian luau. Is that how you say that? Luau? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. It's probably the only thing I've pronounced correctly, but it feels wrong. Anyway, it's a Hawaiian Chick-fil-A. Now, I didn't see all that much different on the menu, except they did have chicken tacos, which are just on the soft tortilla, but it's got like I think a grilled pineapple and like a Hawaiian sauce. And then what was the other thing they had? Besides the chicken tacos, they had, I don't remember. Anyway, it's in Fayetteville, Georgia. I was like, well, why do they have to both be below Atlanta? And they're probably the same amount, like an hour below Atlanta. And even though I'm 20 miles north of Atlanta, it takes me a long time to get to Atlanta sometimes because of traffic. So that would be a trip, you know. I don't like driving through Atlanta unless I just have to. So, I don't know. I might have to go down there on a Saturday when there's not as much traffic. But in Atlanta, that doesn't matter because there could be a game or a Comic-Con or a whatever con going on down there or whatever. Atlanta's always got something going on that jacks up traffic. So I feel like it's going to rain soon, even though my phone says it's not going to rain soon. But my body is telling me that it's going to rain soon. Do y'all have pain from the rains on the plains? Well, I guess that's enough rambling for part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of crazy, but now you know that you shouldn't flush condoms either. What am I going to name this one? That's my hardest part. I can sit here and talk all day, but coming up with a name for my videos is the hardest thing to do. Ugh. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which, good Lord willing, will be tomorrow, since I do be posting twice a day, every day. Okay? Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly, my friends. Goodbye.